All right, Shalom. All praises due to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rakah Kwadash. Double honor to the apostles of GMS and Shalom to you brothers that's pushing this truth. I'm Karat Zakbar back with another show. And the title of this show will be called The Similitude of Isaiah 34, verse 16. Okay? Because when you read Isaiah 34 and you get to about the 16th, when you get to the 16th verse, what the Most High is doing, he's using a similitude. Okay? When you read in the previous verse, it mentions the creatures that's going to be left here in America, that's going to be multiplying in America after America is destroyed, because this land is going to be inherited by those creatures. It's not going to, no man will inherit this land anymore, but those desert-like creatures will, and they will multiply in this land. But when you get to the 16th verse, the Most High is comparing his word unto the acts of those creatures. Okay? Which you have Alazar of the Sakari. He tried to break that scripture down, and he broke it down wrong, saying that Isaiah 34 and 16 is talking about the vultures multiplying. But it's not talking about the vultures multiplying. It's talking about the word of the Lord, and we're going to go into it. So this is, but let me read it. This is Isaiah chapter 34. I'm going to read from verse 15. It says, "There shall the great owl make her nest and lay and hatch and gather under her shadow. There shall the vulture also be gathered, every one with her mate." Yeah, so these vultures, these creatures is going to be in this land after America is destroyed by ICBM nuclear missiles. The only thing that's going to be dwelling in this land is those desert-like creatures and those vultures, and they're going to be multiplying. Okay? Now it says, "Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. None one of these shall fail. None shall want her mate. For my mouth have commanded, and his spirit have gathered them. And he shall cast the lot for them, and his hand have divided it under the line. They shall possess it forever. From generation to generation shall they dwell therein." Yeah, so those creatures are going to possess this land. All right, but when you read the verse 16, the Most High is using a similitude. Okay? But real quick, before we break this down, let's get Hosea chapter 12. Hosea chapter 12, verse 10. It says, "I have also spoken by the prophets. I have multiplied visions and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets." Yeah, so that's how the Most High speaks. The Most High speaks. He showed visions to the prophets. He used analogies. He used similitudes. Okay, now I have similitudes in the blue letter. Let's pull that up. So this is the Hebrew. It says the ma. Okay.
Strong's H 1819. Dama. Dama.
Okay, so the Hebrew word is dama. And it says to be like, resemble, to be like, resemble, to liken, compare, to imagine, think, to make oneself like. Yeah, so it's like to liken a thing into something else. All right? So that's what a similitude is. So now, when you read Isaiah, the 34th chapter, in verse 16, I read it. It says, "Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. None one of these shall fail. None shall want her mate." So now we read how those creatures are going to possess this land. Okay? And then it goes into seek ye out of the book of the Lord. All right? So now the Most High is jumping into a similitude. So read, seek ye out of the book of the Lord, and read. None one of these shall fail. Yeah, so none one of the prophecies are going to fail. Okay? And it says none shall want her mate. And none shall want her mate. So just like those creatures that's going to be mating and multiplying in this land, what the book of the Lord is not going to fail. The book of the Lord, the prophecies is going to multiply. The prophecies is going to come to pass. So it says, none one of these shall fail, none shall want her mate. Now, when you look into the Hebrew word for want, it's going into lacking, okay? So none one of these shall fail, which are the prophecies. None shall want her mate. Yeah, because wanting meaning to lack. So the prophecies are not gonna lack, and this is to coming into play. The prophecies are not gonna lack, just like how those vultures, they're not gonna lack in a mate because they're gonna multiply. They're gonna have a mate and they're gonna multiply. So the prophecies of the Lord are not gonna lack. Why? Because they're going to multiply upon the earth. All right, and that's why you cannot compare any other book, to the Bible, because what the prophecies of the Bible are true. This Bible is the only true book. All right, where the prophecies is going to take place. Real quick, let's go into let's go into Isaiah 34. Get the Hebrew. Isaiah 34. Verse 16. Look up that word want, shall want. The Hebrew word paquad. All right.
Strong's H 6485. Pakad. Pakad.
Which is pronounced paquad. Read down to attend to, muster, number, reckon, visit, punish, appoint, look after, care. It says to pay attention. Let's scroll down. Let's scroll down some more. To be sought, needed. To visit, to be visited upon, appoint. To watch. To be visited. Well, to be visited. These are all good, especially to be visited, because it's not going to lack. All right, it's going to be visited upon. But when you scroll down here, it goes into other words it's translated into, and you go right here where it says lack. All right, that's what it really means. You click on this. Let's pull up Jeremiah 23:4. Jeremiah 23:4. And it says, I will set my shepherds over them, which shall feed them. Yeah, which is, the prophets. All right, and they're going to feed the Lord's people with this truth. And they shall fear no more, nor be dismayed, neither shall they be lacking, saith the Lord. Yeah, so neither shall they be lacking, because what? They're going to be fed with this word. All right? So, going back into Isaiah 34:16, none shall want her mate. Let's get it. Isaiah 34:16, it says, seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. None one of these shall fail. Yeah, so the prophecies is not going to fail. None shall want her mate. Yeah, so none is going to lack a mate. All right, just like how those vultures, those desert-like creatures is not going to lack any mate. The word of the Lord is not going to lack in prophecy, okay? And that's why you cannot mate any other book, with the words of the Lord, because the words of the Lord reign supreme. The words of the Lord is going to come to pass. All right. So what the Most High did right there was use a similitude by using the word, resembling the word of the Lord to those desert-like creatures that's not going to lack in a mate, but the word of the Lord is not going to lack in prophecy. Okay. From there, let's get the book of Isaiah 55. Isaiah 55:10, it says, "For as the rain cometh down, and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and make it bring forth in bud, that it may give seed to the sower, and bread to the eater, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it." Right. So right here, when you read verse 10 and 11, the Most High used a similitude. He compared his word, okay, or his prophecies to the snow, to the rain that comes down and water the earth. Why? Because those elements, it don't return. Okay, those elements don't go out void. Eventually, the rain and snow is gonna come, and what? It's not gonna reverse back into the heavens. They're gonna fall upon the earth. So just like those elements come down and don't return, the word of the Lord doesn't go out void. Okay, so everything that the Most High says is going to happen is going to take place. So the Most High word, the word of the Most High right here is compared unto the rain and the snow. All right, that watereth the earth. So this is a similitude. So just like when you read in Isaiah 34, verse 16, the Most High is using a similitude, okay? His word is being compared unto those creatures that's going to multiply, on the earth. Well, that's going to multiply in America after it's destroyed, not lacking a mate. And his word and prophecy is not going to lack also. All right? So, with that, hope you brothers, learn something. And I'm going to say all praises due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS, and Shalom to the elect. Shalom.